Hello, hello investors. Today I would like to discuss Deepak Nitrite, a very well-known company in investors community. And if you really just wanted thinking about whether it's really overvalued or it's still we can buy, we'll come to the conclusion at the end of this video. So before starting the research or the presentation, if you really like the content, please like, subscribe, and click on the notification icon so that you get the latest update. And thank you for showing your love. Okay, so standard disclaimer. I'm not a CB registered financial advisor. This is just for education purpose. Please consult your financial advisor before taking any investment decision. Okay, so before I start, I'll just tell you okay, I should tell you and when I started buying Deepak Nitrite. So my first purchase was around 19th of March when there was this big correction in the market, if you remember. So I started buying around 325 levels, then started adding till 389 level. So I hold it from a very low price. So currently, if around currently the price of Deepak Nitrite is around 2,300 or 2,400, so it has run a lot. I also have started selling a little bit like 5-10%. I think if you can see here around 24th of May, just because I felt some more other opportunities are there and I would like to invest in that. So that's the reason I started selling. So it's like this is my investment thesis where I start selling or start plucking flowers from any investment which has run a lot, and those flowers help me in investment in other opportunities. Okay, then coming on to the next thing, which is what's the current price? So current price is around 2,341. So this is an all-time high, and if you see here, which is it started around 11 or 12 around that. It was around 17 rupees, 20 rupees for a long time, and yeah, then it I think from 20 onwards, it has appreciated like anything. Okay, so let's first discuss what's the business and what is the market share of the Deepak Nitrite. So they are into basic chemicals, uh, nitrites, nitrotoluenes, and fuel additives. So they are also into fine and specialty chemicals, and that's why they are part of the many investors discuss that Deepak Nitrite is a specialty chemical company because they are into xylitines, oximes, and other specialty agrochemicals. They are also into performance products and phenolics, which is phenol and acetone. So recently, from last 1 year or so, the phenol and acetone prices are increasing very exponentially, and that's the reason uh, we we have seen a huge price increase in the shares of the company. So they have 80% market share in sodium nitrite, 60% global market share in Dastra, 75% market share in optical brightening agent. Next, we will also discuss the segment-wise revenue, like how it is. So 46% of the revenue comes from basic chemicals. So this is like a commodity business. Uh, 38% comes from specialty chemicals. So that is the one which I talked about, and 16% comes from the performance products. So they have large value of value-added intermediates. They are make in India focused, and they have largest phenol acetone plant in India for high demand, and that's how the revenue is distributed. So they have some commodity chemicals as well. They have some specialty chemicals, and they have some performance products. So, okay, so what are the positives and negatives at this price? And yeah, and even, yeah, so what's the positive of this company and what's the negative? So we have to look on both sides, and based on that, we'll take a decision. So the positives of this company is China plus one. So currently, because of coronavirus and other things, uh, the world is focusing on another player or another manufacturing country from where they can source these chemicals. So India is benefiting from it. Pollution issues in China, a lot of earlier they never cared about water treatment plants and pollution treatment because the chemical companies kind of they throw out a lot of polluted water, but they never cared, and now there's a big issue in China, and that's why there's a lot of focus on pollution issues here in China. Government crackdown in China. If you recently hear a lot of news on tech companies and similarly on so everywhere they are dictating the terms. So government is very harsh on the companies there in terms of pollution as well as their terms. Based on that, they have to do the business. Favorable industry policy in India. So positive for us is these are the positives for India, and the fourth one is also where India has reduced the corporate tax structure, which is 15%. So this is benefiting any new unit if you are putting in place in India, it will have less corporate tax structure than the existing ones or the old ones. So this is making a lot of companies they want to establish their manufacturing unit here in India because of the tax incentives they are getting here. What are the negatives? Chemical sector has run a lot from last 10 years. So, yeah, we have to be careful. Valuations are at all-time high. Big bull run from March 2020. I think, yeah, 1.5 years. It's a big rally going on. Chemical overcapacity. So prices could cool down. So we have to be careful here. Okay. Then this is very recently. I think somebody shared this news article. And this is on 23rd of August, 2021, which is very recent, where in somewhere in Taiwan they have declared force majeure. That means where you are not, where you are not contractually obliged to supply phenol and acetone from wherever contracts you have taken. So the contracts which you have signed, okay, I'll supply phenol and acetone to the vendor, and but here because of a lot of issues and there's very shortage of these chemicals, this company has declared a force majeure. That means it is not in circumstances that it will fulfill the contract, and that has created a scarcity of these chemicals. So this has led to a supply crunch in Asian markets for phenol and acetone. The prices, if you see, the prices have increased from 780 per ton on August 1st to 860, and August 15 it was 895. So just in a matter of say just 15 days, you see almost from 780 to 900, close to 900 per ton dollar, the price increase in the phenol and acetone. So this is all this is positive for Deepak Nitrite, but this is we have to keep in mind how long. So these things we have to keep in mind when we are talking about phenol and acetone for Deepak Nitrite. But we also have to remember that Deepak Nitrite is not only about phenol and acetone. It has a different segment revenue, which is like, okay, they have 38% in specialty chemical, 16% in performance product, and other chemicals are also part of this company. Okay, so before we move ahead and come to the conclusion, we will also do some checks on the screener and some annual report checks and company presentation. So I'll just yeah, so if you check on the screener, Deepak Nitrite, current price is around 2,350. Market cap to sales is 6.15, which is on the higher side. Debt to equity is very low. So it's, yeah, all these good companies, they have very low debt to equity. ROC is around 40%, which is very good. ROE is around 39.6%. Yeah, you can see they are into different segments. Yeah, market share. Intrinsic value, yeah, it's a way above than that. Uh, you see, this is the graph which I showed you in my presentation here, and it is going up and up and up. So we have to be careful, but yeah, we are holding our shares. So Deepak Nitrite, current market price to free cash flow is almost 101 times. Yeah. And how's the profit quarter on quarter? So if you see June 2020, around it was 182, 260. Around this level it was going on for some time, and then all of a sudden it's 335, 455, 452. So the operating profit has increased a lot, and so the margins have increased. You see here 400 crores, and here you see this 1,517 crores operating profit in a year, which is very good for the company. So yeah, 5 years compounded profit growth, they have 65%. So this company is growing really well. Cash flow, you can see here, that is there. Ratios, this is fine. Shareholding pattern, uh, they have increased. Their FIs have increased, and they have slowly decreased also in March and June quarter. So, coming on to the annual report, which I want you to always read for most of the companies, that is because it has a lot of valuable information. So, uh, mm, Deepak Nitrite, let's first see the segment wise. So basic chemicals, they are into basic chemicals, rubber chemicals, explosive, dyes, pigment. A lot of other companies are also there into Bodil chemical, and other companies are also into these commodity chemicals. So here this is still a commodity stuff. But fine and specialty chemicals, which are agrochemicals, colorants and pigments, and pharmaceuticals used chemicals such as xylidine, oximes, and coumarins. These are specialty chemicals, and they require some really niche knowledge. And yeah, they are into some. They have performance products which are used, optical brightening agent and Dasta, which are used in different industries, paper, detergent, and textile, and Deepak Phenolics Limited, which is the phenol and acetone part, where you've seen a big price increase in the chemical prices, and which has benefited the company a lot. So geographical performance wise, they are 15% in US, which is increased from 13%, Asia 37%, Europe 44% to 46%, which is good. Like US and Europe, they are value areas where you get paid into dollars and euros. So this is good for company. SWOT analysis, which is this is very much needed to have a balanced view, and not to be gung-ho about the company, and not to be like, okay, we don't know what will happen, and so let's have a balanced view on this company. And so the strengths of the companies are they have wide range of products. It's not about only phenol and acetone. They have a very big portfolio, so and all of it contributes to the revenue. They have international presence, so it's not only Asia, they're everywhere, and companies are looking for China plus one, so this is helping a lot. Sustainable approach, so they have recognized customers, and I'll talk about customers also. I'll show you. And it's like regular and supply chain from these customers, which is helping. Strong supply and logistic movement, solid technical know-how. They know about the business, and competent management team. Weaknesses, it could be volatility in raw material costs, and the prices could decrease. Scarcity of certain energy sources could, if oil increases, the prices increase, it could affect. So these are the threats. Opportunities, so this is very important thing. So substitution of import, so India has banned import of, I think, acetone and phenol from last December, I think, or Jan 2020 or 2021, if I'm not very sure. So after that, this has benefited Deepak Nitrite a lot, because now nobody can just dump it here. The other countries like Vietnam, China, and Europe, they cannot dump it here, so that is good for Deepak Nitrite. So government is supporting with PLI schemes, as you know, for more their support. They have PLI schemes for chemical sector, for pharmaceutical, for electronic manufacturing, Encouraging projects for Indian exporters. Yeah, so this is really good, and I really like the export business, especially post 2020, and this is benefiting Deepak Nitrite. Okay, and let's turn to one of the investor presentation or their company, and in there do you see the revenue is this was Q1 FY22, 15,500 close to the revenue, and PAT was around 300 crores. So they are into top three global players for Xylidine, Cumidine, and these are specialty chemicals which I'm talking about. So they are growing stronger with each year. So this is the revenue-wise segment which I already showed you. They are also always exploring new opportunities where India could be the leader, where India could be exporting it to the world. So share prices, it has run a lot, as we all know. Yeah, that's a, okay. As I discussed with you, there would be some customers which I always wanted to talk, which I wanted to talk to you. So 42% and where the basic chemicals they are. So these are the customers for basic chemicals for them. Sudarshan Chemical, BSF, Clariant, HP, they are all the big customers for basic chemicals. For fine and specialty chemicals, which is growing also well. And here also you see BSF, Clariant, Henkel, Bayer, they are all the big customers. Same for performance products, and here also you see they have a big list of customers. So this company has a very well reputed list of customers, so they know their business really well, and they are on the right path. Conclusion before we close the presentation. This is just my conclusion, so you can take your call. But conclusion, in my opinion, if you have bought at initial levels, please hold. I still feel they have lot to go, but you can also slowly pluck the flowers. Like you can just reduce 5%, 10% from the top, and you can start selling say 5% interest, 10% if you find some other good opportunities in the market. Because you don't need to take out that money, but if you find some good opportunities, just sell 3%. 2%, 5%, 10%, just to invest in other good opportunities. Always remember, most businesses are cyclical in nature. If prices increase like anything, they decrease also. So we have to be careful, and we don't have to let our profit go. So this is what I mentioned here. No, never let a good profit go. So chemical sector is performing really well from last 10 years or so. So due to issues in China or whatever, China plus one, pollution crackdown or whatever. But 10 years is big time, so it could, yeah, in my opinion, it's good time to start slowly selling. Use the flowers for other investments, so that's it. You can use the selling by 5-10% and use it in other good investment where you find a good opportunity. Last comments, if you want, thank you for watching the video, and if you really want me to make video on any of your favorite stock, please let me know in the comment section. If you really like the video, say a few words in comment section. This will encourage us to add more quality content, and also let us know what you like about the research. And yeah, thank you, thanks for your time, and have a good day.